Hey, what's up? Just doing a live Q&A. If you have any questions, what's up, guys? Just gonna be rigging up some catfish poles. I got some new reels. Check it out. I actually won these on a Tackle Bandit game room on Facebook. Abu Garcia. I guess it's backwards, but that's what it says. Brand new. Ain't even caught a fish yet. I ain't even looked at it yet. Ooh, look at that. That's gorgeous. That's the cream of the crop when it comes to catching big catfish. I got a guide in the morning, so I figured I'd rig some stuff up, hang out. Whoop! Put a couple holes in my wall apparently. What's up, guys? Not doing nothing crazy tonight, but you know, if y'all got a few questions, I can answer some about bow fishing, about cat fishing, whatever. Check out these new Big Cat Fever rods. Brand new. Yeah, tell that to my apartment people when I want my deposit back. But that'd be alright. These are nice rods, man. Oh yeah, gotta tighten that sucker down tight, because that's gonna be hoping to get some big fish tomorrow. First person to fall off the airboat. I don't remember who. Oh, my buddy Josh was the first person. There's been too many so far. Way too many. I gotta learn how to drive a little better. It's hard. It's a different. The airboat's a different experience than the regular trolling motor rig. The speed is different, and you're so shallow. You're hitting the bottom all the time. With my other boat, with the trolling motor, the boat really didn't hit the bottom that often. The trolling motor did. So I wasn't trying to throw anybody off, but with the airboat, it's just like it's a disaster. But you know, it takes some getting used to. I think I'm about to add some rails just to help people out. No, I don't. I don't purchase new equipment every time. I mean, I go through a lot of hooks. So if we're doing catfishing trips, we're make a video for what I'm doing tomorrow. But if we're doing catfishing trips, you know, you go through a lot of hooks and weights. So I usually have brand new hooks on every trip just to keep them sharp. That's the last thing you want to do is have a dull hook and just kicking my butt, miss that big catfish. I probably won't do a video tomorrow because I'm doing a guide. So, you know, I don't want to have cameras on the customers' faces, and they're friends of mine, I know them, but, you know, on the guides you want to focus on fishing. If I had another person with me, I'd have them probably recording, but check it out. Woo! That's for them hogs right there. I gotta put some line on it. I haven't. Biggest grassy. That's a tough one. I don't think I weighed it, but I know back in the day, shooting off the bank, I used to shoot some 40 something pounders. I haven't broke 50 pounds, so I would say it's around 40 to 45 grassy. There's not a lot of big ones around here like there is in some of the other lakes. Texoma is you really just more for, it's got big alligator gar and big longnose gar, but those are few and far between to themselves. All right. I'm excited to break in some new poles though. Like I said, I didn't buy these. There's this game room on Facebook called Tackle Bandit Game Room, and it's you know, it's one of those ones you just pay X amount of money and then you get like 20 slots and they choose a random number and whoever wins. My buddy Phil told me to do it forever and I didn't do it, and I ended up losing like 20 of them, and then finally won this one, and it was a pretty good buy-in. So I won 2 full rod and reel combos, which these are not cheap. So it really wasn't a bad deal at all. Sorry I haven't been posting a lot of stuff. All right, see you later. Thanks for tuning in. I always have the hardest time with these knots here out of the gate. I still fight. No, I wish I was, but it's such a big commitment, and I don't have the love for it as much. I love to train and I love to get in there and spar and throw down, but the actual fight itself, that anxiety and all that, it's rough. It's real rough, and I had a couple too many concussions, so that kind of makes you start thinking twice about getting out there and doing it again when you don't want CTE. So man, I'm not good at this. No. All right. I think I'm actually taking the boat out tonight without me, so it makes me nervous. It's kind of like somebody babysitting your kid a little bit. Thing. It's this way, so I need to try it, guys. Well, I gotta tighten this rag a little bit. This is just some cheap line. I bought Pro Cat, 40-pound mono. You don't really need. You got a good rod. You don't need a 100-pound line like you see a lot of guys running for these big fish. The rod and the reel are going to absorb a lot of pressure. So you don't need a 80-pound, 100-pound braid or nothing, unless you're fishing into heavy structure, like for flatheads or something in the trees. Then you need some heavy braid to yank them out of the trees before they tangle you up. This line's coming out a mess. This fool must have been sitting there for a hot minute. These things hold a lot of line. So I'm gonna start working on getting some more content out, guys. I know it's been slow. It's been hard. I've been at work so much. I work at a pharmacy, so with COVID going on, it's been killing me. Just haven't had a lot of off time. So I'm hoping I'll be able to get in there a little bit more. Shout out to BN Boxing News. I think y'all probably seen them in the comments, ask some questions. They got a boxing podcast if you're into that kind of stuff. Be sure to tune in over there. Check it out. I know most of my subscribers on here are fishing guys like myself, but I don't know how much line's too much. Anybody think that's good? That's probably about 150 yards. I don't know how much you're supposed to put on these things. I think it has a 200 yard spool. That's just about all of it. But I plan on doing some alligator gar fishing, so I want to make sure I got plenty of a line when I hook into one of those monstrosities. Oh, I guess that's probably a little bit too much. My wife's texting me from the other room telling jokes, thinking she's funny. It's pretty funny though. So y'all can hear it in the video. Alright, now I gotta clean up this mess since I put too much line on this dang thing. It goes off a lot slower than it goes on. Whoop. Oh no. Oh no. I might have to go. A backlash just I might have to go to my apartment and cast off the balcony or something. My cat's freaking out right now. Wonder where all this green line is everywhere. Man, I made a mess already. There we go. That should be good. I did that because I put too much line on my spool and it was catching. Hey, thanks for tuning in from Indonesia. Appreciate the support. Now I gotta put it back on this thing, and this what this will do is this extra line. It's not quite enough to put on another pole, but it'll make good leader line for when I do the leaders, and I'll make some leaders later so you'll see. But if anybody's got any ideas, anything you want to see in some videos coming up, throw them out. Anything you want me to cover, anything you want to talk about. Bass fishing, interesting. Interesting. I don't know about that one. Them ditch pickles. It's a tough call. I used to do a lot of bass fishing back in the day, but it's been hard. I only have X amount of time. So, my grandpa's a big bass fisherman. He's probably not tuning in right now, but I took him catfishing a couple times and we didn't catch a lot of fish, but he did hook on to him a 20 pounder, so that was a good fish for him. And I mean, that's a good fish for anybody, really. Alright, this is ridiculous. I might have to just cut my losses here on the rest of this, because I got a lot of other poles to do. Garbage. Look at that. She's lined up. Whoop. Green, I don't know why. Green's just like the color of catfishermen. They always use green. It's whatever. But it's about to be bow fishing season. We've been doing the catfishing tournaments all year. All winter, I mean. I guess all year. The year just started. We won the one in on Grand Lake, the Cat Masters, in December. Took home first place there. And then had one beginning this month here on Lake Texoma where I live. And we didn't do so hot, but we tried. So, but I think I might be done with the catfishing tournaments for the year. Might just go over to strictly bow fishing. So those bow fishing tournaments should start up soon, which I'm excited since I don't fight anymore. That's the only bit of competition I got left in my life. So when do they start? The tournament, I think the first tournament I've seen for bow fishing is March 27th here in Texas. So not too long. Where did I put my weights? Oh, here they are. Bam. I use 4 ounce. So tomorrow I'm fishing in the current. So I really like these flat disc weights for the current because it's the bottom flat. You got to work on that day? So these do a really good job at keeping your anything that's rounded is just going to hit the current. It's just going to take off downstream. So it's good to have these flat ones. I just tie like a regular fisherman's knot, cinch knot. It's always good to wet the knot. You get a tighter pull down on it. Of course, I screwed it up. My cat's over here chewing on my box. Oh, man. I screwed this all up. Or looking like a rookie. So that's the stuff, you don't see in videos, people messing stuff up. But in real life, I've fished with a lot of really great fishermen over the years. Bow fishermen, cat fishermen, bass fishermen. You'll do a lot of mistakes. You're gonna lose a lot of fish. You'll do a lot of stupid stuff. That's part of fishing. Part of anything. Alright, so. Oh, I love Alex too. My niece is watching from home. Hello, everybody. I got perfectly good scissors right here, but use my teeth like a monkey or something. All right, that's done. So let's go over tying a leader. So this is what I use fishing in the current. I got these Gamatsu octopus size 7. In the river, I don't use a lot of big hooks because it's a lot of smaller catfish. So I don't want to use the big size 9, size 10 hooks that a lot of these guys run because you're going to miss out on that small bite. And when you're doing guides and stuff, hey, you want to keep them busy. You don't want to be, when you fish for trophy catfish, there's a lot of sitting around doing nothing. Anybody who's ever been on a trophy catfish guide, they'll tell you that same thing. A lot of sitting around. Alright, so I got my line. I like to get about 2 foot. Take your hook. We're going to do a snell. This is not an instructional video. I'm not going to get that into detail. But snelling hooks, you can look it up. It's, it's the best, strongest way to do a hook, especially if you're talking about catfishing. Welcome back. And I just stabbed myself. Now I'm probably bleeding. Great. We'll try to do some live fishing videos too. So you can see what it's really like out there. It's not all just, but you never know. You might catch something fun. I'm gonna mix it up. I don't see a lot of fishermen doing live videos, so that is something that I've wanted to do. All right, so that's it. Boom, got your hook. Perfect. Got your weight. Wham. And I like to make these leaders a little shorter out of the river because there's a current, so your weight's sitting on the bottom. The current's going to pick up your bait. So if you got a long leader, I mean, it depends on where the fish are. If they're suspended, you got to think the current's going to pick up your bait, and it's going to look something like this. Your weight's sitting on the bottom, and your hook's going to be up here. Sorry, those bags in the way. But your bait's going to be up here, moving around in the current. So the shorter leader you have, it's going to be less up in the water column. And then, of course, in the current's not steady. Your bait catches drag, so your bait's moving around like this. Just not usually good for fishing. So run a little bit shorter leader. Depends on how active the fish are. If the fish are real active, a lot of times they'll be up swimming around looking for fish. But I think the dead of winter, they'll be buried down in the bottom. They're not going to be up swimming around in the current. Wow. Let's get some more bow fishing questions out there. I know y'all guys got some bow fishing questions for me. Don't nobody care about this catfish and stuff. Boom. Perfect. Check it out. Alright, that's it, guys. Oh shit, there's a fan up there. My bad. Oh man. But anyway, thanks for tuning in. That's probably all I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna sit here and bore y'all to death with 1,000 poles rigging up, but I appreciate y'all guys tuning in. I'm gonna get some more content out. Like I said, it's gonna be a lot better coming up. A lot more stuff. I got some ideas. I just need time to do it, and I'm setting up the time. So, like I said, I appreciate you guys tuning in, and we'll see you next time.